Hello and welcome to another MOOG demo library. In this video, we're going to explore some of the analog FM textures you can achieve with Messenger. FM, or frequency modulation synthesis, is a technique that uses one oscillator to modulate the frequency of another. For this example, we're going to listen to oscillator 2 and use other sources to modulate its frequency. In FM synthesis, this means that oscillator 2 is the carrier, and whatever we modulate it with is called the modulator. If we modulate the frequency of oscillator 2 with a low frequency oscillator, in this case LFO2, we get vibrato. But as we turn up the rate of LFO2, we stop perceiving vibrato and start perceiving something closer to texture. What if instead of using a low frequency oscillator, we use an audio rate oscillator, in this case oscillator 1. The mod bus in the oscillator section allows you to perform this style of FM by choosing 1 to 2 FM as the mod destination. Now if we turn up the mod amount control, we will hear oscillator 1 modulate the frequency of oscillator 2. FM synthesis creates a lot of harmonics in texture, and right now oscillator 2 is set to a sawtooth wave, which already has a lot of harmonic content. If we set oscillator 2 to a triangle wave, we can get a more subtle and useful FM range. FM can come in a handful of different flavors, and it's worth noting that Messenger uses linear through zero frequency modulation. This is a style of FM capable of creating very rich tones while still preserving the pitch center of a note. The wave shape of the carrier and modulator are both important in FM synthesis. And in Messenger, the triangle wave of oscillator 1 is always used for FM. Changing oscillator 1's wave shape won't affect the FM, even though it will affect the sound of oscillator 1 if we listen to that as well. A useful tool for FM synthesis is using an envelope to modulate the modulation amount. In this case, let's use the filter envelope to modulate the mod amount control. To make this modulation routing, first hold the filter envelope assignment button, in this case filter envelope loop, for a second until it starts blinking. And then select a destination by turning a knob, in this case mod amount. The amount you turn the knob will dictate the depth of modulation. Let's turn it all the way up to have the filter envelope fully open and close the FM bus. Now let's play with the parameters of the filter envelope to get a nice plucky FM sound in the beginning of a note. Let's shift oscillator 2 down a couple octaves to make this more of a bass sound. Playing with the octave of oscillator 1 will play with the timbre that we create through this FM routing. We can beef up this sound even more by adding the sub-oscillator into the mix. Since Messenger is a monophonic synthesizer, by default the filter envelope won't re-trigger until all keys are released. That means if we play in a legato style, those notes won't have an FM blip, because those notes aren't triggering the filter envelope. If we turn on multi-trig, then the filter envelope will re-trigger no matter how we're playing. Turning on filter envelope velocity will make the FM sound velocity sensitive. Playing with the mod amount control will change where the filter envelope is beginning from, and can lead to some surprising textures.